Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of On Par with Parish. I am your host, Parish Hodges, and today I have a very special guest all the way from Toronto, Canada, R&B artist, Melanie Durrant. Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm really good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. First of all, I want to start off by saying you're so cute. You're just so adorable.
Thank you.
So tell us about your current album, Where I'm At.
Well, where I'm at is actually, since we're mentioning it, let me get another shot here. About the ring light.
Nice cover.
Thank you so much. And that's the insert.
Oh, that's very nice.
Thank you. I'm very, very proud of it. And inside.
I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Right. So where I'm at, it's got like 9 songs on it. There were more, but like the Mean Girls, they couldn't sit with us because, you know, the other songs, they meshed well together, you know, and the other ones kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. But basically my album is about narcissistic personality disorder. And I mean, not directly, you know, it's kind of subtle, but if you listen to the topics and you listen to how things are addressed and things that I'm talking about, you start to realize that, you know, what it's about. But basically I wanted to write a body of work that people could relate to. You know, a narcissist could be female or male. It's not like all men are narcissists or all female are narcissists, or it's just one or the other. It could be either or, and non-binary, you know, just to cover everyone, you know. But yeah, it's a personality disorder that makes people like selfish, entitled, but it comes from a place of damage from their childhood. So they're not progressing in life and they're basically all about themselves. So if you encounter one of these types of people, they'll continuously ask you for things and they won't really reciprocate because they're selfish, entitled. They feel like they're entitled to whatever it is you have or could do for them. They use people, you know. So anyways, that's what it's about, except for, let me see, Dirty Shirley and Ride With Me.
I feel like a lot of people don't know that like narcissism starts like with trauma or like something that you went through. You know, a lot of people just think, oh, a narcissist is just a narcissist, like somebody so like self-centered, so selfish. But it's like, okay, what did they go through that made them that way? It didn't just always just like happen, you know?
Yes. It usually comes from a parent, and the parent will make the child feel like their job is to take care of that parent, and the parent discards or disregards the child's needs and makes it that the parent is the most important thing in that child's life, and will groom the child to cater to that parent's needs, and also try to put themselves before as the child is an adult, put themselves before the child, now adult's mate and family, and tries to make everybody do stuff for the parent, now the grandparent. So narcissism doesn't go away.
Yeah.
You can't heal a narcissist. The best thing you could do is remove yourself and get the heck away from them.
I feel like a lot of people could probably really relate to this album.
I think so too. I really do, because I mean, I keep getting told by, you know, people who are either just randomly heard it or stumbled across the song and was like, wow, that really resonated with me. And we don't even necessarily get into the topic of narcissism, you know, or being an empath or being like a narcissist magnet. They just know that I've been through this. What is, you know what I mean? Yeah. I could just relate with this. And I love that. I love that so much. But you know what? Once you start asking questions and you go down the rabbit hole of Google, you start finding more and more information, and you start realizing what's actually happening to you.
That's one thing that I actually like about you and your music, because for one, you You know, anybody can sing. Anybody can sing a song. But when I first heard your voice, for some reason you reminded me of Amy Winehouse, right?
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. And I think the reason you did is because, yeah, you're singing, but it's not just words, it's like your feelings. Like that's why I can't really listen to Adele, because she always makes me cry. And so I was like, man, I can feel like what she's feeling. But that's a good thing. I will say that that's a good thing. So
it is a good thing. Thank you very much. That's a huge compliment. This is my third album, and I do feel that I've grown as an artist and improved on my storytelling, which is why I'm so proud of this.
Storytelling. That's like the perfect word. Okay. You're telling a story. You're not just singing a song.
Exactly. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. You deserve all the compliments, which you've been getting a lot of compliments, like even from, you know, American artists, which I know that has to feel amazing.
Yes, it does. It really does. Because here in Toronto, Canada, even though it's been a long time coming, a lot of Canadian artists don't get the same like platforms as American artists. I mean, Drake broke out of here. He broke out of here.
He did,
he's amazing. And he's doing amazing, you know, but that's kind of like a one-off thing. I mean, no, actually that's not true, because of Tory Lanez and, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, in Toronto, or in Canada, period, a lot of times there isn't the support that we need to get the music out there, you know?
Which is really, I can't believe it. Honestly, it's like, wow. But I do know there are quite a few Canadian artists who haven't broke off into America yet. So is that something that you want to do?
For sure. I mean, there is stuff playing, you know, and I do have American fans, but it needs to be like, I need more, I guess, publicity, more attention towards, you know, the album, a stronger following, or more, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel so lost.
I know what you mean, though. I know exactly what you mean. So have you ever done any shows here?
Many. Well, you're in Texas. Actually, yes, I've been to Texas. We went to the Alamo, but let me start from the beginning. I do a show with my mom. We do Donna Summer, Dinah Ross, Tina Turner, and like Dinah Ross and the Screams. But it's a tribute show. We do many different acts, including Amy Winehouse and Aretha Franklin, my favorite, Whitney Houston. But we go to the States a lot. At least we used to before this COVID crap. But you know, a lot of Detroit, Motor City. We've been to Japan. We've been all over, you know, and sometimes I do my own show within my mom's show. But yeah, I've been there. I went on tour with Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, and it was the Sweetwater tour.
Oh, wow.
But I was just singing backup on that one, but it was so amazing.
That's still a big thing.
It was huge. It was like so amazing. Monique was the host, so she opened. Yeah, and I'm singing backup, but I'm like just drinking it all in. Like, this is amazing.
So hilarious. Like anything that she hosts, she's amazing at.
She really is, and her personality is so amazing. Like, she came into the room and she's like, "Hi, baby." I'm like, oh my gosh, she's talking to me, but she's so warm, like a hug, you know what I mean? Like, her personality just embraces you.
Yeah.
And you could feel that she's being genuine, because it's like, she just feels like a real person. If she's not feeling you, I think she's just gonna let you like be over there kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, everybody was wonderful. Everybody was really wonderful. And a lot of celebrities came through, and it was a tour. So we were in Texas, we were in New York, we were in Philly, we were everywhere. So that was a real excellent experience for me.
It sounds like it. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. So your album is called Where I'm At. So
yes.
Is there a meaning behind the name?
My first album was called Where I'm Going. And my second album was called Anticipation because I had taken a break from writing. I mean, I never stopped singing, but I took a break from writing. And now with the new album, it's just suiting to call it Where I'm At, because it's like what I'm talking about is where I'm at now, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Wow. See, even your album names are like telling a story.
Thank you. I thought long and hard about what to call it. And I actually did do a bit of research on what other people have named their stuff and, you know, what really made sense for me. And having Where I'm At as the jump off, or where I'm going as the jump off start off of everything, it just makes sense to be like where I'm at.
So I know you mentioned some of your influences were like Whitney Houston and Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
So any artist, past or present, if you had a choice to work with, I guess like one male, one female, who would you choose and why?
Michael Jackson, because he was so amazing. I mean, the connection he has to his own music and how he builds stuff and how he accompanies stuff with his voice is just amazing. And I've always been a Michael Jackson fan because his stuff made me feel good. And you know what? I don't listen to lyrics often. The first thing that gets me is rhythm and how the music makes me feel. And I didn't even realize how big of a fan I was until we did a show at a place in Toronto. It's called Casa Loma. It's a castle. And they have like a huge garden and they set up this whole concert series. A friend of mine, Sean Jones, is the person who gave me a call to come in and do, you know, do some songs, do a set from like my album. And I was like, okay, yes. And they started doing Blame It on the Boogie. And I just lost my mind. And I knew way more than I thought I knew, you know, just that had sunk in over the years, hearing it here and hearing it there. Man, I lost my mind, but it was so good. The band, there's horns, there's a full band, 3-piece or 4-piece horns with sax and trumpet and bass and everything. Oh my goodness. So good. So yeah, my answer, sorry I'm like going on and on, but my answer is Michael Jackson because how talented he actually is and was, and the gifts that he left us that are still amazing to this day. It doesn't get played out because it's art. You know, stuff that's popular, it will wear off, but stuff that's timeless never goes away. So I was supposed to pick somebody else, Aretha Franklin, because she's so amazing. I don't know if I would actually even sing. I'd just be staring at her. One time we were at the Motor City Casino and we were doing the show there and we were on break and somebody said Aretha Franklin is in the building, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's here. And they said she was in the cafeteria eating a burger. But Motor City has many different eating areas. Yeah, I was running around full costume, sequence, flying, just running through the surprise security didn't say, excuse me, could you just calm down? What's wrong with you? I didn't find her, but I found myself sweating from all the running.
It's okay, because Aretha is worth it, so.
Right?
Yeah. So you named 2 legends, like, it doesn't get any better than that, so. Wow.
Thank you. I agree.
Your single, One in a Million, has been getting so much positive feedback. How do you feel? Like, I know you feel good, but do you feel like shocked, or are you just like, oh?
I'm like, it feels nice. It feels really nice. Like I said, when I started this album and really wanted to make music that other people could relate to. So, I mean, on any level, as long as somebody acknowledges it and they like it and they want to listen to it, I feel really good. I don't feel excited. I just feel grateful. I think that's the best word for it. I feel grateful, and I feel like I'm slowly but surely, achieving my goals of giving people what they want.
So when did you first realize Okay, I can sing and I can actually do this as a career.
Kindergarten.
Really?
I used to sing for show and tell. And it wasn't me who planned to sing for show and tell. The teacher kept telling the other kids that I had a song. So I was like, oh, okay.
Oh
and I
my
got up and
gosh.
I just started singing. But because my mom has always been a singer, I just wanted to be like her. From the beginning, I knew that I wanted to be just like my mom.
Aww, that's so cute.
Thank you.
So do you have any shows coming up?
No, that's a hard no. We're locked up, won't let me out.
Oh, you guys are on lockdown again?
We're going into lockdown again. Yeah, it would seem so. It's really crappy, and I'm waiting for this to be over because it's affected us as musicians, you know, not being able to do shows, vaccinated or unvaccinated, no shows. Because one of the first things was no singing. I was like, no singing. It's like I felt attacked. And music brings people together. Music is therapeutic. So the no singing thing was pretty crappy. One of the first times that I heard about COVID, so the last show that I had done with my mom, and it was downtown Toronto, they announced that something was going on and we didn't quite know, and right before the lockdown, and the whole audience lined up and hugged us. They did at the end. Like that's pretty normal for, you know, some people to come over and want pictures and stuff like that, you know, and hug us. But with the whole pandemic thing that was starting up, and we didn't get the full story of what was happening until after that show. So we were kind of like,
You were
what?
We're
like, oh my God, everybody hugged us. Everybody. But we're okay. We didn't get it, you know, thank God.
That's good.
Yeah. And ever since, we've been just basically at home. I've done a few like online streams. Those kind of
say you can do virtual.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Like you need feedback. I mean, I think that this pandemic situation is perfect for new artists who are maybe have stage fright, because there's nobody's gonna boo you or throw anything at you through the computer. But for somebody who's, you know, a seasoned artist and used to being on stage, it's a very, very sad thing. You know, like as much as you're on stage and, you know, people are watching you, you're watching them, and energy is everything, and you get what you give. So at home on your stream, it feels like you're not getting anything. You know what I mean? You could think, I did such a great job. You finish your song and nothing, crickets, because there's no audience right there to, you know, clap for you at the very least, you know. So
So when you are in front of a live audience, because I've been to a few music festivals, and it always feels like the artist is like looking at me. So are y'all really looking at the crowd, or are you guys looking at like a monitor?
It depends. I'm looking at the crowd. At first I wasn't. At first I was afraid to look at the crowd. First I was afraid. I was petrified. So yeah, that pretty much is the truth. It's scary, a whole bunch of people just staring at you, and you feel like they're like, amuse me.
I like it. I like when they look out into the crowd and make eye contact. It makes me feel like connected to you.
Yes, exactly. But yes, I am.
That's why you prefer live over virtual. It's all coming. It's all making sense now.
100%, yes.
So where can people reach you? Like, what's your social media or your website?
Hey, I'm on Instagram and I'm on TikTok. You can find me on TikTok. I'm Melanie Durrant Music, because I got locked out of my original one. So it's just sitting there empty, because I was like, oh, I'm going to try this one day. And I could not, because I couldn't get back in. So Melanie Durrant Music on TikTok. On Instagram and everywhere else is just Melanie Durrant. And then I have my site, melaniedurrant.com. And I'm on Spotify and so forth. But all the links are on melaniedurrant.com. But my album's available on all major streaming platforms.
Ah, okay. So is Durrant with one R or two?
Two artists. Yes.
And on your website, you have, I know you can buy your album. Do you also have like merch, like shirts, hoodies?
I did. For the last album. You know what? I didn't check and see if I got ones for the new album.
You might.
I mean, if people ask for it, yeah, I'll put them out.
That's good.
But as for having ready available merch right now, no.
Okay. So is there anything else you would like to add to this interview?
I'm gonna pull this bad boy up one more time. Where I'm at, available on all major streaming platforms. Very proud of this album. Check it out and you get a chance on Spotify. And if you want the album, you can make an order on melaniedurrant.com and it'll be sent to you.
So when we order, we get like the vinyl?
Yes.
I just
and
haven't seen one
the
in so
vinyl
long.
looks like, I'm sorry, pardon?
I haven't seen one in so long.
Right? Well, I wanted something that was like a collector's item. And, you know, I wanted to give something to the real fans that want something to hold on to. Everything is so virtual nowadays. It's like, you can even give virtual gifts on TikTok. It's like, I kind of miss the real thing. You know, sometimes it's good to have the real thing and to have something to hold in your hand.